One game remains for today, and there's only one more day left of this week after that. And that's a scary thought for some of these teams, Cormac.
It definitely is. The days are whittling down, the games are whittling down, but when we look at what we've had today, some teams have kind of maybe realised that and gone, we need to kick it up a pace, especially in that last game, Airstation Mike getting a dominating performance. But this is the standings for you guys. Milky Way have overtaken in first, and Airstation Mike, they kind of come out from nowhere.
I am so confused. Like, they were 12th. They were 12th with like 30-something points at the beginning of today. Do you have any points they were at the beginning of today for Airstation Mike?
Yeah.
Bring that up, Cormac. Let's see the heroics of these guys.
No, they weren't 12th, they were 7th.
7th, okay.
With 46
Oh, that's
points.
it, because we spoke about them
Yep.
being 7th without ever really seeing them do crazy games. And then all of a sudden now they're in second place and jumped right back. And this is what can happen. This is the beauty of it.
But it's 3 teams on 80 plus points, and then that top team is on 89. So, is on 93 or 98, should I say. But it's definitely getting a lot closer. What can Sanhok bring? I was saying to you during the break that, look, we've had 3 games where the circles have been kind of crazy, especially Wrangle. Why not end Sanhok with a ridiculously stupid kind of north-west circle and just have it kind of absolutely annoying for these teams?
So now you've just gone into wanting my madness. I'm corrupting you. This is good. I'm fully down for this. Tempers are going to love life, by the way, because like literally the plane's just going to go directly where they want. Obviously on Sanhok, it's not that end of the world unless you get some ridiculously awful plane, but most people just get to where they need to go, and it kind of has a standard start to how this all pans out, doesn't it? Definitely,
and we've seen that these teams have kind of pretty much found their happy medium with looting, with drop spots. ELGIG, they were kind of going on the north kind of point area of the South Island, but they've kind of shifted to go on the island, that North Island, and go on the West Coast side that we see. So they've changed it up a little bit, but other than that, Tornado Energy, Ruins, PG18, Boot Camp, InsideGames, Paradise Resort.
Cormac says, and it happens. Northwest all the way.
I love this game.
This is going to be one where, if it ends on this far western island, so many teams are just going to die on crossing the bridges.
Yeah.
Because even if you, like, physically that does not have enough room for everyone to sit in. Like, we are not getting 16 teams on this island. So some will sit. Well, you can fit 16 teams within it, but I'm saying you're not going to sit 16 teams within it and without them all fighting. It's not going to be like on a Wrangle or Miramar, where they can be close, but close enough where you all got somewhere. This is going to be one where a lot of people are going to be fighting on these bridges early on.
And it is tough because there's Phase 2, Phase 3, unless it's a hard shift up north on Phase 2, Phase 3 could go back to the mainland, right? It could be a boot camp finish, or it could be a coastal line finish. It's definitely tough for these teams that are kind of on the mainland, or it's not so bad for the. Well, actually, no, it is bad for the teams that are on the South Island. Because you have 5 or 6 of them, whereas at least on the mainland, there's more of a scope for them to go into the circle without really getting into too much trouble.
Well, think of it exactly like you were just saying there. If you're a team in the south, you basically got one access point, right?
Yep.
This western bridge. But if you're a team on the main island, then you can choose to go over the western side, or you can choose to go up north and go across from that western side. Where all the southern teams down here, if they wanted to go east first and then up north, then they've got to deal with all the other teams. So you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams that are going to try and approach the same bridge in a similar style to get across that other island, if that's what they choose to do.
True. One of the teams we've seen, Jappy from last cruise, got in a boat, so they could go.
They do this every time as well. We had it go up to Mongnai yesterday, and they did the same thing.
Yeah. And that could work out for them, but now we see Kajudi trying to spot out all of ELGIGANTEN.
Kajudi, if he could do a quick knockdown here and get the backup of his teammates, that would be huge. But he's not on his own, but he's isolated given where he is, right? You can see where Turbo is, you can see where Sampula is close by. Compared to where ELGIG are, who can literally all just look at him, he's in the rough spot now.
Yeah. It is, even though he has the high ground, without that direct support, you said it yourself perfectly, he is kind of isolated on his own. Turbo Banana is kind of nearby, Sampula is also nearby, but nothing enough that they can provide the level of support that he needs. So he's just kind of backing away. I think he's also kind of baiting ELGIGANTEN a little bit, so making sure that they're all looking only in his direction while the rest of YMCA look to join him.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing either. I like that he's aware that someone might be able to push up in this meantime as well. He's keeping an eye on what's happening, and it's KnorkiS and MOORPHEUS who are going to try this, while Marcelek and ghostar stay down within the compound. And look at them go ever so slowly. Kajuti, he could make this something really special if he's able to hold the line correctly. Oh, and his teammates come to help him out. The nade goes up high. Kajuti should be able to avoid that, and it's exactly what he does. Turbo Banana starts off with a knockdown onto KnorkiS. Can they get the finish off onto him, though? MOORPHEUS has had to cower away and hide behind the rocks.
That's what I was talking about. Kajuti was just waiting. He was waiting.
He took down ghostar as well.
Yep.
This is huge. Kajuti, you are a mastermind. Your teamwork is coming in. This is the way you want to see it happen. Oh, Sampula! That was a big risk. He somehow still manages to get the knock, but then he's instantly finished off. Marcelek knew, I'm going to at least get 1 kill point here. That didn't work out. You've got to be careful on the rocks. They can be slippy. We've all done it when we've been at the seaside. Not at that distance, probably. You don't want it to hurt. Deez has also stolen KnorkiS away.
Wow.
This has quickly turned around to not benefit too many people here. YMCA do have 3 players up in it. ghostar's been revived by Marcelek. They might try and get MOORPHEUS up as well, but are YMCA going to let them do that?
If I was at ELGIG, I'd just wait, hold this position, because it's deep in the center of the circle. Yeah, okay, it's not ideal, but with PG18 rocking up and stealing that kill away from YMCA, that's going to put ELGIG on high alert. But the second they move out, they're putting pressure on themselves from YMCA's direction.
You can hear more shots being taken there. PG18 could come in and just clean up the final 2 members here of ELGIGANTEN. MOORPHEUS still just crawling away like, please, I don't want to die now. It's only 7 minutes into the game. I just got started. And there's LC in their boat. They've managed to go all the way around. And they're going to jump onto the island where the circle's mainly surrounded. Turbo jumps up. Takes a few shots. Recrent's going to find himself going down, but there's only so much he can extend himself with. The nade's going to go out as well. He's still exposing himself. Is that going to be enough? Nade doesn't do it. Doesn't manage to get it to pay off.
YMCA just taking control, and this is what I thought could happen for ELGIG. It's actually helping them because the second PG18 rocked up a little bit closer. I don't think they were really aware YMCA were, you know, were where they were, and they've been able to take advantage of that.
The fact that Marcelek and ghostar are still alive is incredible.
Yeah.
YMCA technically helped them out there, but it's 4 kills already for YMCA. Deez is now running around the side, as we can see on the X-ray. That could be very dangerous if they don't keep an eye on it.
And you were talking about teams on the mainland. They could feel the pinch if they looked across the water, and Quick Math have kind of done that. Also, you do have InsideGames are taking down a couple of members of Unity.
Now, this is going to be a fast game if it keeps up like this. Already, look at this circle, right? This is just the first circle we've had. Yeah. We said about the teams coming from the south, there's limited options. We see where QuickMath and Northern Lights are. That's where we're going to see the run across, right? They're going to try and swim if they can. There's other teams that have all had to go through this western bridge, and all the ones that have decided from up in the north. Look, we've still got BetterLuckNxTime in their boat of their own trying to find their way into this.
Wow.
Madness.
And now QuickMath have paid the price of not being aware of what's going on behind them because Tempest have rocked in and said, hey, look, you had boot camp, but nope, we're going to come in and take you out from behind. And we know what Tempest can do with these rotations. They're very calculated. Can they get the squad wipe onto QuickMath?
Only time will tell. As we look at Airstation Mike, Hugstar brings up Jazza. And Hugstar's going for some long-range fights here. Oh, he hits it onto Pixel and Zampeek. All right, tasty. That's what you like to see. But you need to get those knocks in there as well. And it just sounds so beastly, doesn't it? It's like...
Those, as we do see last crew connecting onto Jokers. Both teams, they came from different directions, but they both had the same idea of coming in from the far north side, as we saw the first knockdown onto member Jokers. TheTab is there. Does not work out for Muck.
Nicely done by TheTab as well. Jumps out where he could be pressured. His teammates are close enough by, but are they going to be in time to help him out? Especially with how these walls are all placed. Doesn't give a great opening for them to fight this off. It looks like Last Crew might just back away for now. And I respect that. You lost one player. Why do you have to go and challenge it? Why do you have to go and get revenge every time?
Plus, I'm pretty sure they would have heard shots from other directions around them, from the likes of InsideGames and Airstation Mike, so they realised that, okay, look, if we expose ourselves too much forward in the direction of Jokers, we could get kind of third-partied. So they'll back away. So very safe play coming out from Last Crew.
And of course, YMCA still looking at ghostar and Marcelek still chilling. Kajuti still on the same rock.
Wow. What? This squad fight happened in what,
first 3 minutes?
2-3 minutes, yeah.
Kajuti's just like, we're not leaving until we've killed all of them. It's like, we dealt with PGA team between us, and now we've gone back to where we were 7 minutes ago. We still have the advantage, and we want to finish off ghostar.
It's like Groundhog Day.
Yeah, it really is. Every time they get knocked down, it just restarts again from the 3 minute mark. They're like, what the hell? Oh, God, I'm back. And every time, it still ends up with the same scenario, and they're like, well, nothing's changing.
Oh, man. As we do see Milky Way rotating from the south side, going into Circle, quick math, they managed to get away from Tempest by actually rotating down to the corner and going into the Circle, or into the main North Island from that south tip. So very nice play from Quick Math.
Quick Math got to be careful, though. As OK Bro also needs to be careful. He'll find himself going down. That's a nade. There's 7 nades on Orange. Jesus. Boom. What? Orange, don't waste nades. Just go kill him. Orange, why? There we go. Okay, you got it done. That's fine. But that cost you 2 nades, and ideally when you had 7, you want to keep it going. Perfect is going to try and nade you out as well. Quizzy's still standing up, but oh, there's a gap now made. Quizzy, be careful. He might be able to tap you down.
As now we're seeing Milky Way and Quick Math go at each other. You were saying that there was a bit of a...
Yeah, that was the bit I was going to mention, because Quick Math were actually in the water going towards Milky Way. Milky Way just stood on the shoreline watching them. So that's why Milky Way had a good start here for them.
Oh, but look at Spiro and Deep. They're kind of flanking around. I don't know if Orange has a bit of an idea. I think he's looking in the direction of Deep. So he definitely is going to be protected from that. And because Perfected got knocked down, I think Deep has had to reposition himself.
Orange trying to get himself healed back up here as Quizzy knows he needs to provide that cover fire. More nades going out. Luckily, bounces off the building and Quizzy remains still up and ready. Spiro playing it from the tree, and he's playing the long-range game because if the Deep wants to get close, Spiro can come in and chime in. Maybe with a bit of an unexpected surprise for the Unity players. Airstation Mike, though, if they continue to work their way down, they might see all of this going on, and that could be some easy pickings for them.
They could. Definitely, indeed. Join in on the fun. There's also Tempest there as well. That could potentially look in their direction because they just have the mountain side, so they kind of have a clear level of protection.
Now, Moops. 4 players still up. This is a better game from them today. This is their home ground, as we like to call it, for Sanhok. They've had so much success throughout the group stages. But then coming into the opening games of this final stage for Contenders, they've slowed it down on Sanhok. It hasn't worked, and that's because the competition is tougher. So now they need to bring their A game and show us what they can do this time around.
100%. Now, don't let your eyes be deceived. I know it says 16 teams, but we've lost 18 players already. Like, I know 30 minutes, so it's, what? There's 16 teams? Wow. But it's like 18 individual players. So there's a lot of teams that have actually, that don't have full squads.
Yeah, it's where some teams become whittled down as these rotations have been very difficult. And not so much in the crazy hard shifts or anything. It's just getting across those choke points. There's the choke points on the water. There's the bridges. It's just limited options on how you get around here towards where this circle went in the northwest. Oh, the boom thinks someone's up there, but there's no one there. It's going to use some utility on it. Did they? There's no one else actually close. Even look on the map. There's no one close to them. So maybe they misheard something or just some communication because they're all looking up towards it.
I think it's just maybe a bit of a calculated play. Safety coming out. Set is behind. The circle has shifted up, centralized somewhat. So a lot of these teams that were in the circle are still in there. You only have the likes of InsideGames, Unity, Northern Lights, Quick Math, Milky Way, and 3D Max outside the circle as well as better luck next time.
Elgig and YMCA still in the same spots, still waiting. Sakura is so far away from the rest of his team though. Like Kojoti and Turbo.
Yeah.
They're close enough where they've got the crossfire, but Sakura is far away. He's all the way towards the northern side of it all. I zoom though, he's going to be up to his old tricks again. Phantom's going to be the one being knocked down this time. And Milky Way have just made their way inside this new circle. 3D Max on the edge of it. iZoom looking to reposition himself and see if he can get some more damage done here. And he might be able to get close enough because look at the positions of these 3D Max players.
Because the teams are fighting kind of uphill, it's always very tough because you're angled, you're trying to find the peaks, and it's very tough going in this uphill direction.
More of the shots being chimed in. Sakura, we said about him being on his own, but he's going to find ToWzErA. That's a big pickup, but can he get the kill in there? Can he get the confirm? They're up at 4 kills already. They would love to make it 5. Anything for YMCA at this point is going to be huge because today has been a slow one for him.
Definitely has indeed. I think he's just kind of biding his time, peeking around, making sure it's safe for him. Yeah.
Unity, though, 16th place this time. Struggling on Sanhok, but a good day overall from those guys.
Definitely. So Milky Way getting the better of 3D Max for now. Now we're starting to see the kill feed kind of popping off as BetterLuckNxTime, InsideGames. Also, Last Crew and Jokers go at each other.
This is just madness. 15 teams, 37 alive, 16-minute mark. Deep, taking damage from the circle, trying to get some kills in there, but it's not meant to be. He's going to go down before he could get another kill on the board, and Northern Lights are out in 15th.
And now the Boom knocks down, actually takes down Zampeek. Odstrelovac is knocked down. Quick Math are eliminated in 14th place. And suddenly, 3 teams. That ToWzErA, Sakura gets a kill onto him. Finally, he waited as the Boom is trying to get those shots off.
It's very unlike the Boom to miss that many shots. The Boom and Moon we've praised so heavily, so everyone's allowed an off day. But like, dude, come on, hit those shots, man. Especially
because it's a QBU, like it's one of the most powerful guns. It's super effective in the Sanhok map as Double gets taken out by Tornado Energy. The circle shifted down south, so likes of Tornado Energy and team moves are outside the circle. 3D Max as well also, and with Milky Way, YMCA and PG-18, these is still there, holding on to the circle.
Tornado are the next to full 13th place is all they'll be able to get. What's incredible is YMCA and Elgig still haven't moved, still chilling, still waiting for fights to go on around them. They've just dealt with each other and that's it.
I think like we went 16 minutes or so without a team being eliminated, and now we're down to 11 in the space of about 2 minutes.
Yeah, that definitely feels like it. Now look at Noki and Solar hiding at the very bottom of these rocks, but they're not in this current circle. iZoom's going to have to work his way up there as well and join up with the rest of his teammates. He's got an easier route to that, though.
I know we have more information, but they would definitely be better off going up north to get in there. Of course, they don't directly know that, right? They could catch out Team Moops. Kdorn and Hawkeye are there, but they're kind of a little bit separated.
Do you know what I find the beauty of it? That when we get to watch these games, commentate these games, and have the map stream and all this, it really helps my play when I play the game.
Yeah.
Like, I can take what I see in errors that teams make because they don't have an idea, and it gives me an understanding of where players might position themselves.
Totally agree. Now, Moon and the rest of Jokers connected on to one of the 2 remaining members of Team Oops. So that leaves Kdorn on his own, and Jokers are making the rotation, but it's a bit of a, more towards the edge of the circle. I actually don't, more towards the edge of the blue zone. I kind of don't mind that.
What's Moon doing? Set and DeBoom have worked their way in. Moon's still miles away, taking damage at phase 5 from the blue. I was getting a vehicle. Okay, I was about to say, what the hell's going on, bro? Better luck next time out in 11th, though. Kdorn, the only player left alive for Moops. He wants to get an additional kill in there. Looking for KnorkiS, looking to try and get an additional point, but it's not going to work out this time around. They'll be going out in 10th place, and the Moops, well, it's just not been their day this time.
As InsideGames are eliminated at the hands of Jokers. They're on 6 kills already. They like Sanhok. It's worked out in games in the group stage for them. And now they're just looking to make it count now.
More nades going up there from Set as well. Needs to keep his wits about him. Marcelek's finally found, and instantly Hanny finishes him off. Tempest working their way up into this one. Clib, good spray, lots of damage, but can't find the knock. Gets himself a nade out, but isn't sure he wants to take it. Well aware of Fake's position as well. They're spraying down each other, but Fake's got the drop on him, and that's a huge pickup for Fake. ASM holds strong, but Wookie Bookie is able to take down some of the YMCA players.
And now Hugstar is there to join in on the fun. He's like, I want to be this active, but with the grenades and the Molotovs being flown out in the direction of Airstation Mike, will that count? ghostar connects onto Fake with a grenade, so 3 squads in such a small area outside the circle, I must remind you.
Milky Way is still up within this. They hear all of this information going on. They have 4 players alive with it as well. Hjort spraying this one down. He can't get the knocks in though. He's going to be kicking himself. He needs to hit those shots. He needs to make this work because otherwise he's going to pay the price. ghostar pops out the building. He's been there since the beginning of this game, and yet he's still able to be such a big problem for a lot of these teams as Tempest fall down in 8th.
Wow, ELGIGANTEN popping off ghostar, being so effective as Jokers get shut down by YMCA, who hold on to circle. They've been there since the start as well. Same with PG18. ELGIGANTEN do go down in 6 ways, but it was a damn valiant effort by ghostar.
ELGIGANTEN lost 2 players at the 5 or 6 minute mark, and they've now made it with the final 2 all the way towards top 5. That is the best of a bad situation you can make, and they got kills holding on to that position. But YMCA, these guys have kept 3 players alive since the same similar time, 5 or 6 minutes in, and they are now the only team within the circle, and they have so much ground to cover. They've got the compounds within it as well, and they can allow these other teams to fight while they can deal with it.
And now they are fighting indeed as Deep connects onto 2 members of Airstation Mike. No, make that all members of Airstation Mike as they get taken out. But now YMCA will be able to turn around and go, okay, you did the hard work. We can now push on forward. His offstring's knocked down. Man's fighting against the circle. DP gets knocked down. His only man's on his own. What can he do?
Ooh, that's the way to get it done. Kajuti looking fruity, taking down the Milky Way boys. Time and time again, YMCA have been able to take these battles on Sanhok, but that was the style you want to deliver in.
Oh, I gotta give credit to KnorkiS of 3D Max. He flanked around from the north. The remaining member of 3D Max, what can he do? There's also D's from PG18. PG18 lost 2 or 3 members early on, the same as ELGIGANTEN, and he's held on to this position all the while.
And if I'm right by saying, Cormac, this will be the 2nd win for YMCA in the final stages. They can be joined up there with ELGIGANTEN for double wins. But time will tell.
12 kills.
That's insane. They can get these final 2 kills in there as well. It's KnorkiS from 3D Max and D's from PG18. PG18 grabbed that 3rd place. KnorkiS the only one left, and he's on a downhill push up. Can he make this work? Even getting 1 kill here would be huge for him.
It is going to be very tough indeed for KnorkiS. You said it's an uphill battle, not just literally, but metaphorically, because when you're facing up on that hill, you don't have as much of an angle. Now, it is sideways, so it could work out for them, but the 3 members of YMCA are surrounding him.
Oh, they jump spotted him. Turbo saw him. Turbo pre-fires it. 5 health for KnorkiS. He will go down. And that's a big win coming out for YMCA Esports. 14 kills, 10 points, 24 on the highest of the day to end off day 3 of the final stage.
That's going to be their 2nd chicken dinner. Confident results for them. Confident amount of points as well.
Yeah.
Man, you got to say it did help that where they landed was in a prime location in the circle, right? We saw that phase 1. I said I wanted a West Island circle, and it
you got it.
But then they played effectively. When you look at the early battle between them and PG18, they played it kind of them and ELGIGANTEN. They played it kind of passively and calculatedly. Then when PG18 joined in, they kind of just waited it out. And all those 3 teams held out until kind of the top 5-6 teams. So really well played by those 3 teams.
So ELGIGANTEN walked away with 6th place, had 5 kills, but MOORPHEUS and KnorkiS went down in the 3-4 minute mark, and ghostar got 3, Marcelek got 2. Impressive stuff from these guys.
The only big shame for PG18.
Hi, guess we're back.
Yeah,
It's like just on my iPad, typing up the results, you know. No.
It's okay.
Thanks, Timmer. Solid stuff, mate.
I was like, what the hell?
Could have had anything out then. Could have been naked all of a sudden. That's why I can't trust these producers. I could rub my nipples, definitely. I could have been doing anything.
Shut up, Timur. Shut up, okay? But PG18, even though they got 3rd in the placements, they only got one kill point. So that's the only unfortunate thing, because Deez was left standing on his own and didn't want to play it passively.
But overall, an interesting Sanhok game. For YMCA to take that win is so huge, because you lost the player early on. You didn't move from this location, but you fought everyone, because everyone was coming through the choke point up around them. And then I think no one expected the ELGIG players to even be able to do that much damage, because they still walked away with additional kills. And YMCA technically helped them from up above. It was like YMCA and ELGIG made a little pact all of a sudden and said, okay, we fought each other. We want to deal with each other at the end. But when these other teams roll up, let's just crush them together. There's no standings. There they are. We've loaded it up. There we go. Not too bad. Tempest still struggling to get too much done here. This is a big problem for these guys. They got an 8th place, but we're only 3 kills. It gets you 4 in total.
Even Northern Lights, they only got 3 points in Sanhok game. They haven't got a huge amount of points today overall. InsideGames, they definitely look kind of stronger, but at least in Sanhok today, only getting 4 points. But YMCA, look at that. 24 points, over double the amount of that 2nd place, which is Milky Way. They got 11 points.
And for PG18, this is one of their worst games for kills, and they still walk away with 6 points.
True.
Because they get a decent position overall with the 3rd place. So always, I think PG18, and I don't, obviously, I have no idea on the actual information of this, but I can assume from how they play and what I see stylistically, that when they're getting lots of kills, they're quite happy to continue the aggression as a unit, and they don't mind if they go down early. But what I realise is, when they lose 2 players early on, like we saw in the Erangel game, or when they lose lots of players early on where Deez is just on his own, they really go for that super passive prone play, and they instantly change it up, and I fully respect that, because that enables you to get these amount of points when you probably wouldn't be able to if you continued with what you were doing in the first place.
It's so true, and they've just looked so damn consistent. But YMCA, you saw that head-to-head. This is the overall standings. Milky Way hold out on top on 109 points, but you said it, yeah. PG18, 94 points coming in 2nd place.
Impressive stuff from them. By the way, I love the comparison of YMCA and Milky Way at the sides, because YMCA's logo, cute little like panda fox looking thing, and the Milky Way, just this evil, aggressive monster. And yet YMCA just sat there smiling. We took the win. Happy days. I love some of the logos we have here. It gets really creative.
Like PG18 current like average points per game is 7.83.
So it's not even gone down that far, and they had a 16th place with 0 points. That's incredible.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there. PG18 are the most consistent team we have so far. Again, it's just they're keeping it going. They don't always have to have wins to get the job done. If they had a win in final stage, they have won.
Man.
Did they have one?
Where?
PG18, did they have a win in final stage? Wake up,
yeah,
Cormac. We're near the end. So they've had 1 win so far in this final stage. And yet, other than that, it's always been a good mix of the placement and kill points in total. So PG18 lighting things up still, and now cruising their way into 2nd place. But still 5 more games tomorrow. That's the change. Yeah, we forgot about that.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, on the Thursdays, we do 5 games. We test the endurance of these teams a little bit longer and test the endurance of me and Cormac by the looks of it as well. So guys, as always, 7 p.m. CEST, PEL Contenders. This is where you want to be to see who is going to be potentially getting further up these standings and making themselves closer to the chance to go over towards the Pro League. And remember, Friday through to Sunday, you can watch the Pro League with the best teams in the world going up head-to-head. As always, guys, thank you for joining us. We will see you tomorrow. Have a great evening or day, whatever you're doing, wherever you are in the world. We'll be going to bed, and we'll be back with you tomorrow at 7 p.m. CST.